The box was pretty damaged, but I hope everything's alright. This looks a little raw, but we'll just call that travel rats. I'll be the first to say it. It looks like we have travel rats. So here, looks like the back shock. And the battery came in a separate box. So there's what she looks like from the top view there. Probably all your other. Yeah, we'll see here.
are growing in everybody's gardens right now, I would think that that would not be, wouldn't have a shortage of them. But,
was a little rough. But maybe they know what's up. Okay, manual time. Probably be the wisest thing. Let's see. These instructions are intended to be a guide for assembling your. While every effort has been made to create an easy, intuitive experience, sound judgment should always be used. We strongly recommend using medium strength thread locker, typically blue, on all hardware unless otherwise specified. Remove the crossbar bolt that is loose and swing the crossbar up and out of the way as shown. Swing, swing! Install the handlebars onto the bike using the 4 M8 by 20 mm socket Allen bolts. Shing, twing, shing, twing. Right? Are those the M8s? It must be. Note that one side of the bar clamp will have a small gap when placed over the handlebar. First, torque the bolt on the side of the bar clamp with no gap. The side with no gap to 20 foot-pounds. Then torque the bolt on the other side where the gap is present. It is okay if the gap is still present after torquing the clamping bolts down. Small gap may be present after tightening. 20 foot-pounds of torque action. 20 foot-pounds of torque action. That's different than, just to be clear, torquing is different than twerking. Okay. Way different. Am I supposed to read this? Okay, foot-pounds. 20's pretty low. And pretty dirty on this wrench. Okay. So I'm thinking bring the 0 right up to 20. Somewhere like that, I'm guessing. It's not the greatest torque wrench, and I'm not a mechanic. But there's that, set to 20 foot-pounds. Let's keep reading. Small gap may be present, still be present after tightening. Tighten this side first. So undo the swing waggity wing wall. Install the display using 2 MX6 by 12 Allen bolts. Swing the crossbar back down, then reinstall the bolt and nut. Torque the bolts on both sides to about 11 foot-pounds. Okay, so let's crack open their supplied tool bag and take a gander. That looks special, I have no clue. That looks like some lubrication. Remember they said to put blue Loctite on anything that, unless otherwise told not to. which is a medium, just sort of hold it there hopefully. So we got 1917, 1714, 1412, and oh, there's a 1513, and then a 10 and an 8, and we have 3 different size Allen wrenches supply, 4 different size Allen wrenches supply, 5 different size Allen wrenches supplied. So in your toolkit, ETM RTR toolkit, you have this. Some they'll tell me. I don't know. Okay, screws for front fender. Okay, there's the screws for the front fender. Upper handlebar mount, 2 pieces. Okay. And there's the 4 bolts. Looks like there's the 2 Allen wrenches for the controller probably there. And then they want you to do the front fender. So let's give this a go here. I'm going to take you back off my head because I don't care for that. Let's see here. Alright, excuse me. Oh, does that hurt? I'm sorry if that hurts. This may smart a lot too. Are you okay? Huh? I know a chiropractor. Okay. Listen, you're gonna be just fine. Okay. I'm slowing down here, obviously. Taking too big. Perfect. Just no, that's not it either. How can that be? Well, because it is. Okay, let's take this and undo it. Am I doing that the wrong way because the handlebars are backwards? No. I like the hardware. Oops, something fell out. Nice and shiny. So, this bolts up and out. And a clamp there, so we can swing this out of the way. So that we can then get that on there. And I would guess that we should try to position this for fun in a dry fitting kind of way if we only have 3 more arms and hands and things. But it's going to want to go up in there, so that looks like that'll work. Okay. So, should have brought my bolts with me. Isn't that nice? Yep, should have. Mm-hmm. Okay. Hello, welcome back. I like the bars have little gauges on them, little lines for measurement, plus and minus, you know, for landing the rover and whatnot, angle of descent. You don't want to come in too hard, right? Right. And there's little notches, little nubbies on the clamps. For now, because I'm not used to this bike, I usually like them a little forward, but I'm just going to start at 0 here. And maybe they designed it. Maybe the guys who designed it did it like, you know, they like it a little forward feel from the get-go too. I don't know. We're going to find out though. So, to show you what I mean for kicks and giggles, see these cool lines on the bars? And then these, oops, sorry, there's little nubs there on the zeros on the clamps. So you could, typically I kind of like my bars advanced. But, looking at their forks, and these forks are B, E, E, F, and adjustable compared to the Tutti. Oh boy. So, I'm going to trust that they have all this figured out. And I'm going to go to 0. Not sure what happened with my recording there. It disconnected, so I'm not sure what was recorded in all my ramblings. But we're to the number plate now, which just sits into the fender. It goes on with the one Allen washer here, eventually. And again, I did not Loctite it like I'm supposed to. Shame. Okay, now. Are we still going here? I'll turn this app off. It doesn't like it. Okay, that's the fender. So we've got that. We got, the fender on, and we got the number plate on. Now, the front brake caliper will come temporarily installed in a raised position on the bike for shipping only. Remove the caliper. Then reinstall in the configuration shown using the M630 hex bolts. Torque 2, 11 foot-pounds. It looks like these 2 bolts have to be removed. Remove the caliper, then reinstall. I wonder how that all works with the wheel, but we'll find out. Will we not? Whew. Golly, that's on there. It feels sketchy at first, man. I mean, like, is this you gonna give or what? I'm not sure if this is a temporary thing. That must be a temporary holder. And then this slides on the wheel caliper, brake. When all is said and done, comes back on. And this little thing in here is probably gonna go out of the way. But I'm gonna read first. And I imagine this has to come off, get the wheel on, right, and get lubed. Okay, small axle, small washer to the left. It looks like big washer to the right. I'm going to set those right down on the ground in the like same manner. And then I imagine this baby gets lubed as well. The caliper will come off, then reinstalled. Okay. Remove the plastic spacer from the front brake caliper. Once the spacer is removed, do not pull the front brake lever until the wheel's installed. If the front brake lever is accidentally pulled, the pads can be carefully separated using a flat blade screwdriver. Apply a thin layer of grease to the front axle using the supplied grease pack, and install the front wheel using the supplied spacers. 28 mil spacer should go on the brake side. And the 15, so the bigger goes on the brake side. Is that what they have? Bigger on the brake side. That's how they packaged it. Okay. So we're going with how they did it. Okay. Sorry if you're space. I guess this has to be open. Flipped off here. Where are my clippies? No jokes. Yeah. There. It's like honey, thick stuff. It's a little different than like bearing grease. It's more sticky. Which reminds me I need to do this on my other bike, front and back. Okay, there's some grease. Front wheel, big spacer brake side. That means little spacer first, then big spacer, and then wheel. Oops. Easier said than done. You should be out of my way. What are you doing? Where'd my spacer go now? Wow, it's amazing. That's stuck on the knobby. That was crazy. It's stuck right on that knobby. Alright, now just behave. Let's work together. Okay. So there's the pole, small spacer, wheel, big spacer, other side. Moving on through to the other side. Hopefully here, we get her all the way through there. Greased up. Washer. Bolt. We should Loctite this for sure, Budge. Okay. Unless it said don't. Can't imagine it wouldn't. Before I do that, I'm going to get this caliper on there in the correct way, hopefully. And where was that little wrench? Are you with me here, guys? I can't see anymore because my preview went away. What you're seeing, it's nice craftsmanship. It really is a nice section. So by appearance, remove the shin-flingy winding, and then attach. I wish I could see there. Get down on that. Loctite these two. Okay. Number plate didn't Loctite. You know, handlebars, yes. The other I should have, but fenders, you know. Alright, you know. I think it'll be alright. That's way too much of that. But I don't want my brakes coming off. I can tell you that. Where's the hole? There she is. Okay, next one. Next. Put some of this on there. Spread that around. This is just the medium stuff anyway. It's not like it makes it hard to take off. Harder. It just discourages rattle loose bolts. There's the caliper on. I have not tightened the front brake. The front wheel yet. My phone is ringing, of course. I should have put it on silent. This, I'm sure, said torque down to a bajillion freaking whatever. I'm gonna call it snug. Oops. That didn't feel good. I think I just stripped the bolt a little. The head. Okay, there. A little bit of rub, but not bad. Compared to the back yet, I think it just probably needs to be aligned right with the chain and all. Okay, I don't know if I should Loctite this. I'm gonna get some front wheel, some thread, Loctite on these front wheels here, and the front wheel threads here. Just for conscience sake, as you're going down the hills, rough. You know, massive jumps. Not so much maybe. Okay. There's that. No, I'm tightened. Okay. Okay, we're gonna keep an eye on that after certain amounts of miles, not many, just to make sure. But I'm gonna call that okay for the momento. Okay, front wheel has been put upon, and the brake has been attached. It is important for front fork performance that both forks are parallel with each other. In order to achieve this, the right non-brake side fork lug is designed to float on the front axle. To ensure proper alignment, in order to align the front forks, follow the steps detailed below. Ensure that the axle nut is tightened to 55 pounds. Install the 4 MX socket Allen bolts in the front fork lugs just in front of the axle as shown below. Leave these bolts loose for now. With the bike off the ground, spin the wheel quickly and then grab the front brake to instantly stop the wheel. Repeat this 2 to 3 times. This will shock the fork leg into alignment as the wheel is forcefully stopped, allowing it to settle in the correct position. Tighten the pinch bolts on the fork lugs to 8 foot-pounds. So these are loose. Spin the wheel, wham, spin the wheel 3 times and see what you win, and then retighten them. So let's attempt that. That's loose already from the factory. Loose. Not so loose. Actually, the other side's not. Or else it was me cranking on it. Huh, one side was tight and the other wasn't. Okay, now they are both loose. I am going to, since they said 55, that's pretty substantial. I'm gonna, right, is that what they said? 55 foot-pounds pressure. I'm gonna make sure that axle's really tight. Yeah, many. I can't. Okay, so there's that. So we're gonna spin the wheel and grab the front right brake real hard. Alright, is what it says. Stopping it sharply in place. Now, we're assuming that did something. We're going to tighten them back up. Tighten them. To 11 foot-pounds, basically. That's snug. I did not Loctite these. Maybe I should. I don't know. I didn't want to take them all the way out. I'll keep my eye on them as well, I guess. I never do. I say that and I don't. That's probably why they say put it on everything. Because you know what they're talking about. And they know how we are. Slackers. You, I mean me, not you. I'm not calling you a slacker. Okay, so I think that's not overly tight. That's just enough to be aligned there. I don't think we have to go hog wild. 11 pounds is basically, I think, snug. You know, the old snug as a bug that Grandpa taught you. Just get her snug. Just snug. There, okay? Little brake rub, not bad. That'll just wear right off. Cool. Okay, we've got the forks aligned. Your ETMR will be shipped with a temporary spacer installed in place of the rear shock. Install the rear shock by removing the upper and lower shock bolts. Discard the temporary spacer, then installing the rear shock in its place with the Schrader valve facing towards the rear of the bike. Schrader valve. And so top and bottom. This is top, this is bottom. Schrader valve towards the back of the bike. Schrader valve, I believe. All the writing is up, so it's got to be up and down. Okay, my friends. So let's look for those boltes. They are Takange about out. The temporary ones. And let's get that off. And this is not going to load or anything too much here. Let's see. Temporary thing going. I'm letting those bolts just sort of hang in the hole there. Let's see. No, it's recommended to apply a thin layer of grease in the upper and lower shock bolts prior to install. It may also be helpful to temporarily remove one side number plate from the bike for easier access. Well, now you tell me. It may be. It may be. That means it is. Okay, so applying some grease, some sticky grease to these bolts. Second by a thread or 2 or 10. That one, same deal. There's some grease on that. Get that back in there without making a huge mess and get it to hang there, hopefully. And they probably won't hang there while I put everything in. They'll probably fall right out, but we'll see what happens. We'll have to pull them out, put them back in is what I'm saying. Okay. Schrader out valve to the back. I guess I'm just going to try the top first. Yeah, I got all the holes out. You'll never see that again. This also appears to be in my way. Battery linear jigger here. So we're gonna take that out of there. So I can get my hand in here. Really? Get started. Let's try again. Nice. There. There's that. Now I gotta get them tightened. What sizes were they? Don't remember what it says, so let's just get an action there. Nope. Nope. Yep. 14. 14. Drop it around here. For the sake of that, I'm not used to tightening this way. Should have my sockets out. Suppose I should have walked right in that. It's a crappy 14 boy. That's loose. Is that even right? So 13. Ow. Dang, those paddles are sharp. 13. It's just a bad 14. I can grab one of my 14s. See if it's better on that bolt. No, it's just the bolt. It's like in between the 14 and something else. Weird. Wonder if I should try a standard. What's close to a 14 in standard? But a little smaller, 1/2 inch. I wonder if it got packaged with a 1/2 inch. No. Is it? Yeah. I think it's actually a 1/2 inch. And yet it's a 14. Huh. Well, you might find that interesting, my peeps. That one says it's a 14, but it's like in between a half and a 14. And I'm finding that a 1/2 inch standard fits better on this bolt without shearing it, without compromising it. It's like a happy medium between a 1/2 inch and a 14. Did he give me foot-pounds for this? Okay. Torque to 35 pounds. Okay. Let's get that bottom bolt. This is the same way. See, this is a 1/2 inch wrench that just fit on there. But it fits better than the 14. At least it's snug and not loose. Should Loctite this, but I'm not. Can do the right thing and not. The wrong thing and not. Weird. To get my 14 socket. I know, sorry. Where'd he go? He's gone. I'm looking for a ratchet fitting that seems to be eluding me. Maybe it's here as well. Okay. A ratchet. So I don't have the right size ratchet. I gotta find an adapter. What I'm doing is, I don't like the way either bolt. I don't like my wrenches. I want to see what this 14 is like on there. Yeah, see, that's not a 14. They say it is. It's definitely not. What do they say? Am I crazy? What are they saying here? tell you what though, it ain't a 14. It's not a 13. So I'm gonna go find a 1/2 inch socket and see what that fits like on there. See, it's a little tight, but it's very odd bolt. Quite honestly, you guys. But the 1/2 inch fits on there better. So that's what I'm gonna call it. And then we're gonna get boxing on this side if I can. And that one is. Right. Didn't Loctite those. Probably, you know, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Okay, so where are we at here? We got the shock in. Schrader valve to the back. Okay, it's closed. No adjustments at all so far. Here's my cables. I pulled that out. That's the temporary. That's gonna go bye-bye along with the temporary brake thing. Of course, it's gonna say check all your PSI before you hop on and do wheelies. I've actually got an injury in my rear. So, but I can't help myself, give it a test drive, I'm sure. But I don't like that drag. It seems very brutal. But maybe she just needs to be broken in. I hope they greased the back axle for me at the factory. Okay. Guess it's time to put the battery in. Although the battery is not fully charged yet. Green's fully charged and it's not. I pulled it. Brake adjustment on your ETM RTR may be necessary before the first ride. If the wheel is not spinning freely, front's okay. I wonder if this regards the back too. I don't think that means the back. Don't use high power pressure washer. Remove battery prior to washing. Don't spray electrical components. Don't spray bearings. Blow the bike dry. Lubricate chain after. Headset bearings should be periodically checked and re-greased. Chain slack 1 mil or 10 mil. Max, minimum. It's not necessary to keep significant slack like on others because the motor's mounted on the swing arm. 1 to 10 millimeters of free play, which I don't really know which is. Spoke tension should be checked periodically. Listen for sounds. Tension, I don't know. Tire pressure is 15 psi front and back. Well, guys, suspension adjustment comes equipped fully adjustable hydraulic, wide range, brief description of each adjustment, as well as a recommended factory for each adjustment. Each adjustment is defined by how far the adjuster is turned from full stiffness. To verify the factory setting, touch each To verify factory settings, turn each adjuster clockwise until it stops. Then carefully loosen and count the clicks until the desired number is achieved. Front fork changes how quick the front fork compresses under load. Stock setting 10 clicks out. Fork rebound, check how quickly the front fork returns. Stock setting 12 clicks out. Okay, so fork compression is adjusted at the top. No, here's the bottom. Is that the bottom? Is it all the way underneath? Oh, brother. Of course, you can't get to it with the handlebar in the way. The top one. The handlebar's in the way. But that's, you know, something. One is at like 1 o'clock here and another one isn't. But maybe they got her just right anyway. I'm gonna trust these guys to do a basic setup, I guess. Okay. Hopefully we got enough battery to get the stickers off. Careful not to peel them up. Stay well. Try to get this top layer. Right there, I already kind of jacked it up a little. Can't see over there. Getting lazy with the cam. But you get the picture anywhere on the outside. If the battery from the GoPro makes it. Hard to get that one little piece up in there now. Someday it'll come out. Same thing, a little piece. Hard to get out. Well, but probably good enough for the vid. Could leave these covered, make them look like new for a long time, but nah. Well, getting there. Well, I think I got them all. There's all the protective stuff off the stickers, I think. Did I miss this one? There she is, boys and girls. Yeah, I missed that on both sides. Okay. There she is. Electric & Co. ETM Electric & Co. ETM RTR. Battery is charging. She's put together. Handlebars are set at 0. I haven't messed with dampening or adjustment or anything like that. I think she's ready to go as soon as the battery's in. So we will do that next. I'm going to charge this GoPro for a minute. There's the battery in there. Off the seat back on. There's the seat on. Doesn't actually sit all the way down like on my tutu. That was kind of freaking out. This goes under, and then you just kind of hook it under and down. I think I've got it all the way down. It just feels so different than my other bike. But there she is. all put together. Hasn't been fired up yet. Haven't lubed the chain, but that's that. Okay, next is to wheel her out, lube her up, and go for the first ride. Even though my rear end's injured, I can't help it, at least riding it slowly around and checking it out. Okay, next. Okay, right now, this is the first go at sit on, even with a screwed up back left butt. I shouldn't be even riding, but this is it. I just assembled it. There it is, Electric & Co. ETM RTR, sitting there next to the 2TO. I'm gonna fire it up for the first time, take a look here. So I'm getting on and turning on the key. I don't even know what this is. 1, 2, sport probably. This should probably be over in 1, I would guess. Miles per hour. She's on. Okay, I guess 1, 2 sport is probably what it is. I don't know what the D is. Drive. I don't know. I gotta take my readers off though. I'm almost 60 years old. I've been riding that 2TO around like crud, and I love it. This is a lot heavier of a bike, and I'm gonna have to soften up this. It's designed for somebody who wants to launch off jumps, and I'm a trail rider. I can tell already the suspension is stiff, but that's good because it's adjustable fully. Okay, here we go. First moments on a 72 volt, bigger, way bigger, heavier bike. Oh, I forgot to lube it up. Let's go lube it up. Oh, she feels a lot different. You sit way higher. That's a different feel for sure, as far as where you are on it. All right. I'll get some chain lube on here. And on everything, I guess. Okay, I'm assuming this is 1, 2 sport. And here we go. Boy, she sits a lot different. She feels a lot different. Okay, this is in 1. Yeah, it's a different feel. Back brakes there, front brakes there. So that's 1 mode. I'm gonna try 2. Okay, that's what that little over there is. 1, 2, and 3. So that's mode 2. And I'm gonna go to sport, which the 5 looks like a S, I guess. Feels like the battery might be a little loose, or else I'm not used to something clunking. Maybe it's just this suspension, the way it works. It feels clunky to me compared. I sure hope that wheel's secured right. You know, maybe it's not tightened. Is that what it is? There's chunky, you know what it is you feel it's the difference in the motor. It's the way the motor feels. It's like it feels like a bearing, it's just different, I guess. Maybe that's the way it's supposed to be, but it's a lot different. It feels like something's loose almost, but at the same time tight. Wow. First test run out in the open in sport mode. You sit a lot higher on the seat than the Tutio. It feels like the handlebars are a lot lower. But I also, like I said, like my bars move forward. I have these set at 0. I think I'd like to move them forward just a little bit. But I figured I'd just start with what they shipped me and give it a go. So I'm not geared up. I don't have riding boots on or nothing like that. No gloves. It's weird, it just feels loose, clunky, but I guess that's just the suspension. I guess that's just the swing arm doing its thing. Here. Weird. Yeah, it feels to me like a loose battery, but I think it's just the way that this suspension linkage works compared to the Tutio. To me, it feels like clunking, but everything is right, I believe. This seat's really stiff. I mean, really stiff, which, woo! She will pop it up on you. Boy, if she grabs on you, I'm going to 2 for a sec. Right there, she locked up because of a brand new tire. But if she hooks up on you, she'll put you on your back real quick, boys and girls. She's got some balls. Right there on that little whoopty, I just gave her a little, and she hooked up. I'm back in 2 right now for the yard until I get a little used to it, because I'm used to full on the Tutio, and it can't hardly wheelie me unless I'm sitting just right, and she's grabbing. She grabs. But these are brand new tires, and I think they're better. And she just got a lot more. Right now I'm in 2 mode, not sport. These little trails next to my house. Interesting. Man, sport mode. She'll wheelie on you, boys and girls. Wasn't even trying. Yeah. My legs are all jacked up in my rear end. I want to ride, baby. But this is the first take. Boy, I like it. I might have to take her down the little gravel road over here. These grips are heavy duty too. Yeah, there she is. Alive and cooking in 99%. My golf shoes are falling apart. There she is. Wow. Maybe it was my shoe falling apart. Man. Well, I really like my Tutio. It's so smooth on those little trails. This thing's a lot more herky-jerky. I can tell you that. And boy, if she catches up, yeah, Okay, let's see, what was I gonna do? Maybe go up the, these shoes are falling apart, but I guess I can continue on my first video adventure on the first ride, Electric & Co. Okay, I'm all racked up like I said, but what's a guy gonna do swimming too? Sport when she hooked up, boy, she goes. not used to that swing arm clunk. It's just the way it is, I think. And I just gotta get used to it. My left brake needs to be adjusted down a little for my taste at the moment, but wanted to wheelie on me. Whole different feel. The way it feels when you coast, it's just a whole different feel to me. Take a little while to get used to it here. Different feeling bike than the two, that's for sure. I'll put it in sport. Sound. Standing up, didn't want to look at my speedometer. I lose gravel. A new bike. 21 miles an hour. 22. So easily to be more than speed you need on these roads. In fact, you know, like I said, I'm not geared up. It might make you feel like you want to be geared up when the other one did not. So this one has a higher whine to it, and it makes you feel like you want to be geared up. When the Tutio feels more low like a scooter, this feels more like a pit bike, like a motor pit bike. I already want to adjust the handlebars forward a little for my style, or my feel. It makes it feel like they're a little taller of a bar. These are a little wider out at the end of the grips than the two, I think. Custom bar for this bike, probably that. They made. She's nice though, boys. She's got power. The seat's really hard for an old guy, but it's also very, very dense, good foam. I remember decades ago I had an RM 250, back before they invented inverted forks. It feels like that kind of a seat. Watch them sticker bushes. I don't have any gloves on, or pants, or I got golf shoes on. They're a little stiffer than a tennis shoe, but it makes noises I'm not used to, so I go, I wonder if something's loose. It's like a tick, 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 tick. I don't know if that's just a chain and motor. To me, the swing swing arm feels a little clunky when it drops. I'm just gonna take a look, make sure everything's right, you know? So there it is. Yeah, it feels almost like the back is, the swing arm's clunky. But I'm wondering if it's just me getting used to the feel of her. And maybe that tinking sound is the chain. Hear that? Tink, 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 tink. Tink, 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 tink. Tink, tink, tink. That's just weird. I don't know what that is, but hopefully it's just part of it. Man, I like it. If I could get this suspension broken in a bit and adjusted like a Cadillac for me, figure out what that weird noise is. Maybe it's a seat thing rattling or something. I don't know if that's supposed to be part of it or not. She's pulling this hill good. I could give her more for sure. I'm only going 20. But these roads really, you know, you don't really, you'll be washing out if you're a little too crazy. Oh yeah, boys and girls. She's nice. She's nice. So I'm not gonna go all the way up. I'm gonna make sure I can turn around up here. But so far, I really like it. Maybe it's just a little bit of that brake alignment needed. Maybe it's a caliper slightly off on that brake, on that caliper. I bet that's what it is, brake pad on the rear. On the back wheel, maybe. Cobweb, right in the face. Well, I guess I am going up a little higher. That noise is so weird. It's weird on a new bike when you're not confident in all the noises. Oh man, I love it. The way she pulls up the hills, oh, I love it. It's still a little bike, but it's a little bigger. It a lot. Feels more like a bike, like a motorbike from back in the day, but it's electric and quiet. And I can ride it back here technically right now. They don't bitch. You can't ride motorcycles back here. Motorized. Gas powered. This is washy here with sand. Let's see how those tires do right there. Yeah, man, those new tires are nice. That's washy big time on my Tutio needs new tires. I wash right there every time. Yeah, it's like the center of balance is different too. She pulls
just a different feel. I like it though. That brake needs to go down for me. My rear brake needs to angle down a little more for my liking. And it's a little, could have some of the play taken out. So I should have adjusted brakes maybe before a long downhill, but here we are. There is some back brake there with some room to go. It needs to be a little tighter. The front one's a little tighter in there. Brakes haven't been seated yet, and I'm not used to them. And they're definitely more sloppy before they grab. The left one's got tons of play. This needs an adjustment. Want to brake and feel the brakes. Kind of seat them a little before I go barreling all the way down. You know what I think it is from the factory on my 2TO, I think the handlebars and forks were a little crooked. And I got used to it. And now these are tuned more. And to me it feels like it wants to pull to the left a little, but it's not. It's me. I think that's what that perception is. Just a little bit different feel. And maybe I'm just used to slop on my other bike. I don't mean to talk trash about it, dude. I love that little bike. I might put a 72 volt in it in a controller, and I already got pro taper bars for it. Make it feel a little taller, an inch or so. Man, I love this. I'm so far, I'm stoked, you guys. This thing's so cool. I was gonna get the light, but the wait was like a month and a half or something, and they were like, well, this one's in stock. So I'm like, well, but here she is. She's noisy in her own way. She's definitely heavier. So the 2TO comes in totally stock at 105 pounds, and this is, the RTM is 150. The light is in between, I forget, like 135 or something like that. I would be going quicker down here, but I'm still getting used to this bike and breaking her in. especially the brakes. And like I said, my body's jacked up. I'm not still quite confident in that noise it's making, the rattling, weird, high tingy sound. But she's more sure-footed. She doesn't want to wash out on you as easy as the Tudio. I think part of that's tires on the Tudio. Even though it's the same wheel set, maybe it's the extra weight and the way it's set up and better tires. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out that sound. Maybe I should ignore it. She's a quick one if she wants. She's got all of it Uncle John wants. Up so much. It's me, especially when I'm standing up. See right there, I would have pulled the front up on the Tudio, but I'm not used to this. A little gun shy. Gun shy with her. It's a different bike, you know. Remember, my rear end's injured. That's hardcore. Whew. I hear like I think I can hear like the shocks breathing out air or something weird. It's weird. I hear a very bizarre sound. It's almost like RPMs coming through my phone. It's weird. It's like a I'm in sport mode, which could easily, I mean, you gotta just touch her. This would probably be easier than two, right? Stuff like this, so small. I'm gonna put it in two just for fun, see what that's like. See if it pulls up here or not. Yeah, it still pulls. Yep. More manageable. If
you're getting used to it. More, or you can give it more if you want. It feels more, 2's more like the 2D I'm actually kind of feeling. Second mod. Wow, what a different feeling bike. Woo! I wish my butt was better so I could freaking ride a little better. It's a new bike I'm not used to, so I find myself strangling the handlebars, the grips. Like, she's definitely heavier. If you're laying her down wise, if she goes on you, you might just want to let her go. Snap something trying to save her. 105, you wouldn't think the difference between 105 and 150, you know, that 45 pounds sound like a lot, but I mean, I'm like a 150 pound dude, so the bike weighs equivalent to what I weigh. I weigh a little more than that after some cheeseburgers and whatnot, but you know what I mean. The bike is equivalent to you. The 2D is lighter than me. I can throw it around a little easier if I have to, but a heavier bike, it reminds me of my old, like I said, my old school RM, the stoutiness that it comes stock, the setup, how stiff it is. I'd like to get a little more cush out of it because I'm not launching off big jumps or nothing. I'm Cadillacing in trails, so I'll get that dialed in. And for stuff like this, 2 works great. 3's even a little more. But what I love is when you need it and you got to get up a little thing because you get off your line or your butt's messed up, you know, you need a little and you need power to get you up and over. Where before you'd probably be feet down and helping the 2. This thing she just goes right on up. And I'm like 155 probably. And I am not giving her everything she got, and I'm not used to her. But me gusta mucho esta bici so far. So, I like it, man. I like it a lot. I recommend. I bet you the light is really cool too because it weighs less but still hauls ass. And you could upgrade it to even, I think, a bigger battery than this. But the motor's a little different, the controller's different. But man, dude, I'm stoked. Well, we better get back. This is the first ride on the Electric & Co. Me gusta mucho. Okay. I'm way forward because I don't want to pull the wheelie off the ground, and I did not even give her, I didn't even give her what she's got, boys. Woo! Oh yeah! I think Elon would like this one, but yeah, dude, she's okay. Holy crap. Holy crap. Yeah, so that's a different animal there, you know. So comparatively, it's a whole different animal. Whole different animal. Man, that really, that will get you, Woo, that's the 2. Don't do that. Oh, woo. Shapaka unjode. That gets you speaking in tongues or something. Man. That really did, holy crap, I wasn't really ready for that. And I did not punch it full. I would be afraid to. That was something, you guys. Right here, I gotta listen for cars. I'm gonna pull her out. I'm not used to that, but that's nice. Woo! Wow. I gotta tell you. I gotta tell you. I gotta tell you. I'm liking it. Maybe the noise is just, she's getting broken in the noise she makes when she coasts. But maybe the wheel's just slightly out of alignment. But oh boy, holy crud. I haven't even given her everything she got, boys. She'll make you pee your pants and do the dance. All right, well that's wow. The Electric & Co. RTM. Whew. She's the real deal. What a deal too for the money, really. Now, yeah. Wow. There she is.